Okay, thanks for tuning in. We're here now in Pleasanton. We picked up the rental vehicle this morning, which is Paula, could you
shift your hat?
That red Mustang.
With the boot that's broken.
The thing about the Mustang is the girls have the kitchen sink.
I think that's more like Robbo.
Well, we packed the Mustang boot. The light went on, saying the boot was open. I went to the rear of the vehicle. I pushed the boot closed, and now it's not. We can't open it. So, luckily, the good thing about the whole story, the good moral of the story is my bag is actually in the back seat. So I'm fine, which is the important thing. And I think everybody else will be okay until we get to Vegas when we can get the boot open. But we do have one day and a night in between. So
in a hotel we haven't booked yet.
But apart from that, everything's going really well. We stopped off for a coffee and we thoroughly confused the staff as usual. You'll think Europeans are weird. But now we're going to head on the highway and keep making tracks. And the next time I tune in, we'll probably be stopped about 5 miles down the road where we'll have lunch. So.
Now.
Okay, we're here in Death Valley, speaking quietly because there's a lot of people here. But, this is the sort of like the last point before you enter into the desert road itself. It's 104 degrees as we sit here now. Pretty hot, you'd imagine. But we've stocked up the car with water and some stuff.
Lip balm,
all sorts of stuff that these women carry with them. Clutter, tissues, scented soft wipes, bags of stuff, lip balms, makeup, suntan lotion, anything that you require to totally clutter up a car and confuse me when I'm driving is we've got that with us, so good thing we've done that. The story about Death Valley itself is that there's pretty much nothing between here and Las Vegas, apart from we just asked because we were asking the girl there for where's the next ghost town that we come across, and she said something that I thought was quite confusing. She said, "You're going to pass through a ghost town, but there's people still living in it." How does that work? Do you know what I mean? What is a ghost town that people living in it? So anyway, we're going to discover that pretty soon anyway. I'm sure they're not too keen on describing their little town as a ghost town. But that's the next thing. So good thing is I've sorted the car out with fuel, which nobody else thought about doing. And we've got all of this stuff. If we do something happen to us during the drive, I'll probably be the first one that will say, I'll just walk over here and try and find help. That way I get away from everybody and I can die quietly alone in the wilderness, which is fine. Absolutely fine with that. It's a bit like, if you like a snow place, if you die here, your bones get absorbed into the earth, and I'm happy to go that way.
You might be if you carry on.
So here again, there's a couple of things that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention while we're here before we get into the vehicle. When you're in Death Valley, treat it with respect. You're in nature, and it's only as good as the way you left it. So the mantra here is a bit like in the UK or in England. I don't know where you guys are from, but certainly where I'm from, you always have to, when you're in a farmland place, always close the gate behind you. Don't leave fires out. Tidy yourself up. Do not leave aluminium drinks cans out in the sun. Did you know that? Because they can heat up and that causes a forest fire. Obviously there's not a great deal of place here for forest fires to take hold. But one thing I always say is take responsibility. Leave no trace behind of your there's basically 7 skills involved in this. Is
wrap it up now.
Respect wildlife, leave natural features undisturbed, Minimise your campfire impact. Be considerate of the nature around you.
Considerate.
Considerate. And don't forget, as I'm doing now, I always like to tell everybody, plan ahead for your trip. Stock up with water, like I've done. Actually, have we got water?
Yeah. Lots of it.
That one from McDonald's isn't going to do.
We've got 3 bottles. We might need those for the radiator, but don't worry.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You always need to have more water than you think you're ever going to need in these circumstances.
now.
A couple of things. Be bear aware when you're here.
I don't think there's any bears in Death Valley.
there is.
Well, there's no, actually not.
Fed bear is a dead bear.
That's what I say. It's going to be my next line. That was going to be my next line. So on that note, while they're taking all my lines, I'm going to tune it. What we'll probably do is we'll probably do another piece of the camera at the end of the drive-through, maybe somewhere in the middle.
If we survive.
If we get through it. It is friggin' hot here. Can you feel it?
Feel it? I'm burnt to a crisp here.
You could
While you're
fry an
filming.
egg on Paula's forehead. So, okay, so thanks a lot.
Death Valley, when you pull to the side of the road, you get around, you start faffing around with all your bits and pieces in the car. So I've just decided to leave them. I'm off ski. Here guys, I'm gonna go and find a mechanic and some water.